What's up, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Kai Guy, here to bring you another new video. You guys might know me for doing a lot of Pokemon content here on this channel, but one of my other favorite gaming franchises of all time is the Super Smash Bros. Franchise. I have played it and streamed it a few times here on this channel, and I plan to make quite a few more Smash videos in the future, so I thought a good way to start out making more Smash videos in the future would be with a top 5 list. As some of you may know, the final DLC fighter for Smash Bros. Ultimate is set to be revealed on October 5th, and if Sakurai is to be believed, this is going to be the last character that joins the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate roster. So I thought it would be fun to run down my personal top 5 characters that I hope to see as this final DLC character. I'm going to be real with you guys, I've had some pretty good luck when it comes to DLC characters getting into this game that I wanted. Just a quick little example for you. The top 3 characters I most wanted into Ultimate when the game was first announced, number 1 was Pyra and Mythra from Xenoblade, number 2 was Joker from Persona 5, and number 3 was Banjo and Kazooie. So yeah, I've been pretty fortunate, and it's caused me to start to get a little bit greedy as well. So as a result, I'm going to be ranking my top 5 characters for you guys that I want as the final DLC character in Smash Ultimate. But first, let's set up a couple of ground rules real quick. For starters, I tried not to pick any characters that already were assist trophies in the game, so as a result you won't see characters such as Phosphora, Bomberman, or Isaac on this list. Secondly, for the most part at least, I tried to pick from franchises that either didn't have a lot or didn't have any spirit representation in Smash so far. And even if some franchise did have a lot of spirit representation, which you might see some point on this list, I tried to pick a franchise as well that, even if that were the case, would still have a lot of prominent characters that could still be used as spirits as well. Thirdly, I'm only going to be selecting characters from games I have played, of course. So as a result, you probably won't see some characters you want to see on this list. As a result, you won't see characters like Dante, Geno, or Lloyd on this list. And just a quick heads up, I like platformers and RPGs, so be ready to see some platformer and RPG characters on my list. Lastly, if you disagree with any picks on this list, just remember that this is my personal opinion, and if yours differs, that is okay. I would love to hear what characters you guys want to see as the final DLC character in the comments down below, so let me know. But first, we have some brief honorable mentions. I'm just going to rapid fire these because I don't have a whole lot to say about each one. So, honorable mentions, we have Chrono from Chrono Trigger, Spyro the Dragon from Spyro the Dragon, Bandana D from Kirby, Neku Sakuraba from The World Ends With You, and Phoenix Wright from Ace Attorney. Now, on with the list. Maniacally laughing his way into the number 5 spot, we have Dr. Eggman. So what does Smash need more of? If you said villains, you would be 100% correct. However, if you said anime sword fighters, be careful because Twitter's coming for you. While we were fortunate enough to get both King K. Rool and Ridley into Smash Ultimate as villains, the hero to villains ratio still is pretty heavily skewed, so why not do something to fix this and add the villain of one of the most popular and polarizing gaming franchises in the world? Sonic the Hedgehog may have had a few stinkers over the years, and I mean quite a few stinkers, but one thing that has always been consistently done well is the portrayal of Dr. Eggman. Part of that credit definitely goes to Eggman's voice actor Mike Pollock, but I personally believe it boils down to keeping him consistent over the years. He's a deranged and psychotic scientist who wants to take over the world. Pretty simplistic, but I mean that in the best way possible. They've tried to shoehorn so many gimmicks into Sonic games over the years, from swords, to aliens, to guns. So as a result, the consistency of Dr. Eggman has, at least by me, been really appreciated. Let's go over some brief ideas I have for his moveset. So, first things first, you could either have him walk around the stage like normal, or I had an idea. You could have him ride in his Eggmobile like how Bowser Jr. rides in his Koopa Clown car. Either way, he could use a variety of gadgets for his normal and special attacks. Some of these could be using homing missiles similar to the ones that the Samuses use, swinging around his wreck ball from his original Sonic 1 boss fight for his aerials, or even bringing one of his robots to patrol the stage like Bowser Jr.'s Mecha Koopa, or even just as a counter as well. For his final smash, I would definitely want to do something with the Death Egg robot, either crashing into the stage like Olimar's final smash, or just straight up punching the screen like Bowser's. The main things I want to get across when talking about the idea of Eggman in Smash are the villain representation and the diversity that he has possible for his moveset. And yeah, there are already tons of Sonic characters that are assist trophies and spirits in the game, but there's so many characters in this franchise that I'm sure they can make it work. I think he would make an excellent addition to the cast. I'm so sorry, please don't leave. Fixing their way in at the number 4 spot, we have Ratchet and Clank. If you aren't familiar with this dynamic duo of Lombax and Robot, then allow me to enlighten you. The Ratchet & Clank series is made by Insomniac Games, the same developers responsible for the original Spyro trilogy, and is a platformer and shooter hybrid. It involves the titular characters traveling throughout many different worlds and stopping the evil that lurks within them. And to do this, Ratchet brings along his trusty Omni Wrench, and the duo brings around so many crazy and awesome gadgets and weapons as well. Now, I haven't played every game in this franchise, but I was a huge fan of the original on the PS2, going Commando, and I've played a little bit of the reimagining on the PS4, and I have been having a great time with it so far. And while I may not own a PS5 yet, you definitely can bet I will be picking up Rift Apart whenever I do inevitably get one. I'm gonna be honest with you guys real quick. I haven't really seen a whole lot of support for this duo in Smash, or really even seen them conversed about when the idea of a Smash DLC character is brought up. I feel like the majority of this probably has to do with the fact that they are essentially PlayStation mascots, and they even appeared in the long-forgotten PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. However, I want to remind you guys of something. Masahiro Sakurai can move mountains when it comes to getting characters into this game. He's been able to get characters like Cloud, Sephiroth, and Banjo in this game, so why can't he do it again with Ratchet & Clank? Daddy Sakurai, please, I've been such a good boy! So when it comes to a moveset for Ratchet & Clank, I have a couple of cool ideas in mind. For his standard attacks, I definitely see him using his trusty Omni Wrench, but he could definitely incorporate Clank or even some gadgets and weapons into his standard attacks as well. However, the cool idea I had for this character would be a sort of weapon wheel swap system. For his neutral special, Ratchet can open up his weapon wheel to select between a few different ones, and depending on which one you have active, it could change your side special. For example, if you have the Glove of Doom active, then you can send out a robot similar to Bowser Jr.'s Mecha Koopa, or you could use the Negotiator to send out a missile similar to Snake's Nikita. I think this idea gives you so much freedom to customize Ratchet to fit your playstyle more, and it gives you a lot of crazy and diverse moves and gadgets to pick between. Plus, there's so many awesome characters you can pick for spirits, from Captain Quark to Chairman Drek and Dr. Nefarious. I think they would make a fantastic addition to this cast. And, well, if you don't like it, you can stick it up your arsenal. Folding his way into the number 3 spot, we have Paper Mario. Yes, I know, another Mario character. Wahoo, yippee, it's a me. But seriously, there has been so much outcry for this 2D hero to join Smash, and I am firmly on that bandwagon. I've been a huge fan of the Paper Mario franchise ever since the original on the Nintendo 64. If you're not familiar with the Paper Mario series, it's somewhat of a spiritual successor to Super Mario RPG on the Super Nintendo. You essentially play a turn-based RPG as a 2D Mario with all sorts of new abilities, a wacky cast of awesome characters, and save the world paper style. While I may not be the biggest fan of every game, just gonna leave this picture of Sticker Star here for no reason, there are certainly some classics among the franchise. Paper Mario the Thousand-Year Door, man, where do I even begin with this one? I put so many hours into this game growing up, and it's still one of my favorite RPGs of all time. If you have not played it before, I highly recommend it. Okay, enough gushing about this franchise. As I was saying, there's been a lot of outcry for Paper Mario to join Smash ever since Smash Bros. Melee on the Nintendo GameCube. And I believe it's time for Paper Mario to tear into the competition. Again, please don't leave. So for a moveset, we have a bunch of different ideas and games to choose between. I was mainly a fan of the older Paper Mario games, although I did enjoy Color Splash. So as a result, I will be picking from the older games for his moveset. For his forward smash, you could have him use his trusty hammer. For his up special, he could definitely use the Ultra Boots to gain up some height. And maybe when he reaches max height, he folds into a paper airplane that gains him horizontal recovery distance as well. If you wanted to, you could definitely bring his partners into his moveset as well. For his side special, you could kick Cooper or Koops' shell, or you could stop enemies trying to recover with Flurry's Wind Breath using your down special too. Again, there is so much possible diversity with this character's moveset. For his final smash, I could definitely see it being Papercraft Mario from Mario & Luigi Paper Jam on the 3DS, but if you want to keep things a bit more classic, you could have Mario use one of his Crystal Star abilities from the Thousand-Year Door, or use the Star Beam from the N64 original as well. Plus, there are so many opportunities for more spirits from this franchise in Smash, from villains like Sir Grotus and Count Bleck, to even partners like Goombella and Sushi. Well, that's pretty much everything I had to say about Paper Mario and Smash. And look, I promise the paper puns are over, okay? I don't want to tear us apart or something. God dang it! Woeing his way into the number 2 spot, we have Crash Bandicoot. What better way to celebrate the Bandicoot's 25th anniversary than with an invitation to Smash? I'm genuinely surprised this one hasn't happened already. Yeah, I get Crash is primarily a PlayStation character, but he's been on Nintendo consoles plenty of times before. If Sonic, the mascot of a former console competitor, can get in, then why not Crash? He would fit right in amongst the cast of lovable and colorful characters on the Smash Bros. Roster. And Hero. In case you aren't familiar with the Orange Bandicoot, Crash games are platformers that involve you getting from the start of the level to the end, while collecting various items and breaking as many boxes as you can along the way. Throughout your journey you might get power-ups, encounter various vehicle sections, and come face to face with the villainous Dr. Neo Cortex. See, Crash has a pretty limited moveset. Essentially all he does is run, jump, spin, slide, and belly flop. That's only 5 things. So as a result of that, his moveset would be pretty easy to create. Spinning could be his neutral special, you could have sliding either be his down tilt or his down special, and if you time your jump right at the end of the slide, you perform a slide jump to get more height like in the games, and the belly flop could be his down air. As I previously mentioned, Crash also sometimes receives power-ups on his journeys, and these could make great additions to his moveset as well. You could have the Fruit Bazooka be his side special, and you cannot tell me you don't want Sneaking from Wrath of Cortex to be one of his taunts.
These boots are made for walking.
For his final smash, I think it would be hilarious to see him ride in on Mecha Bandicoot from Crash Twinsanity, but even something a bit more relevant, like using Aku Aku's invincibility mode, or even the Quantum Masterment's about time would work too. Plus, how could you not have the Crash Dance be one of his taunts? What's that? You want me to do the Crash Dance? Well, that's preposterous. I'm not gonna do that. By now you may have noticed that each of the characters I put on this list has many different options available to them for their movesets, and honestly that was kind of my goal. I wanted you to be able to substitute in your own moves if you didn't like a move that I picked for a certain character, and it still work just as well. And I believe that this is most true for our #1 choice on this list. Oh boy, this is gonna be divisive. Unlocking his way into the #1 spot, we have Sora from Kingdom Hearts. Now, I already know what many of you are going to say.
Not another anime sword fighter. Kingdom Hearts can never be in Smash because Disney. Kingdom Hearts story is dumb and convoluted.
Well, alright, I'll give you that last one. Alright, let's break these down one at a time. Some people would say that Sora is just another anime sword fighter, and, well, yeah, he certainly looks the part, just look at that spiky hair. But he has so much more to bring to the table than that. If you're not familiar with the story of Kingdom Hearts, well, I'd break the whole thing down, but we don't have 10 hours. Instead, I'll give you guys a brief rundown. Kingdom Hearts is what happens when Disney and Final Fantasy get together and have a baby. It involves a young boy named Sora who wields the power of a weapon known as the Keyblade that can open any lock. He uses this weapon to defeat enemies known as Heartless, which are essentially what happens to someone when their heart is lost or taken over by darkness. Again, it is way more complicated than that, but I'd like to finish up this video before I'm 50. Back to Sora being an anime sword fighter. I feel like one of the main complaints with anime sword fighters is that they don't do much besides hit things with their swords. And while the Keyblade may just look like a key-shaped sword, it can certainly do so much more. In the game, Sora can use his Keyblade to perform various magic spells based on elements such as fire, blizzard, and thunder, and he also can do some more unique magic spells like a reflection spell and even a time-stopping spell as well. He could use his normal attacking abilities like Slap Shot, Horizontal Slash, and Explosion for his standard and smash attacks, and the aforementioned magic spells could be his specials. You could even implement some sort of command deck and magic meter system similar to the one that Hero has, but instead of being random, have his spells be a set few that he can choose between. He could also use his various maneuvering abilities like Glide and High Jump to help aid in his recovery, and you could even throw in a few Drive Forms or Keyblade transformations for his smash attacks. Seriously, the amount of moves you can pull from this game as attacks for Smash is actually insane, and it makes him so much more than just another anime sword fighter. On to the point about Sora not being in Smash because of Disney. If you remember sometime last year, there was an article going around that said that the reason Sora was not in Smash was because Disney did not want him there. Since the Kingdom Hearts series is a collaboration between Square Enix and Disney, Disney would be able to have a say in what they did and didn't want their property involved in. Honestly though, with how Disney's business practices have been in the past, I'm surprised that there's not a Disney All-Star Smash clone or something like that on the market right now. Guess we'll just have to settle for Wave Dashing SpongeBob instead. As I was saying, Disney didn't want their character in a fighting game like Smash. But as I stated previously, Sakurai is one of the most respected game developers of all time, and if there was someone who could make it happen, it would be him. Alternatively though, what if we just kept the Disney elements out of Sora's moveset? We didn't make any references to Mickey, Donald, Goofy, or any other Disney character in his moveset or in the spirits for the series. Maybe then Disney might be a bit more receptive to the idea. And we all know Disney loves them some money, and putting Sora in Smash would definitely help them generate some sweet, sweet cheddar for the mouse. Plus, could you imagine having Kingdom Hearts music in Smash? Like at the grand finals of EVO, you have Vector to the Heavens or Rage Awakened playing in the background. Sign me up just for that alone. As I've mentioned previously, I wanted to pick characters for this list that would have the opportunity to have a diverse moveset with many different options. And in my opinion at least, no one exemplifies this more than Sora. Sora from Kingdom Hearts is my most wanted character for the final Smash Ultimate DLC slot. So what did you guys think of my top 5? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you want to burn me at the stake? Let me know in the comments down below. And while you're there, let me know who your most wanted DLC characters are for the final slot. I would love to hear your thoughts on the subject. And hey, while you're at it, feel free to subscribe to this channel. I make mainly Pokemon content, but I've started trying to branch out a bit with Smash content as well. I also have videos in the future based on Overwatch and speedrunning, so if those are your cup of tea, please do me a favor and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it, and that way you can see the videos as they come out. Well, that's pretty much all for this video, and I certainly hope you guys thought it was a smash hit. Okay, now you can leave.